Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, I forgot to do something before I came on, so I'm gonna go and change the schedule. I forgot to change the schedule before I came in. Just 1 second, please. Thank you. It won't take me but a minute. I can still talk while I'm doing this. Maybe it won't let me now. Yeah, it might not since because I'm live now. Nope, sure won't. I guess people will figure it out. Hey, Wombat. So I've got Crime, Nick, Sabrina, Wombat. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry for the sudden change. I am just not feeling good. I went to the doctor today. I had to take my mom to the doctor, and so I went and I had my labs done, which I needed to have done anyways, but I'm still waiting on more labs. But whoops, sorry guys. But they did a quickie urine test. So I have a UTI, so they put me on antibiotics, but then they still have to run the further culture test. So they may have to change my antibiotic because they may not have me on the right one. But I should have realized that's what was going on because this has happened to me so many times in my life because I'm prone, UTI prone. But I haven't had that. I haven't had a UTI in a long time. But I should have known that's what was going on with me. I have just been drained. I mean, like, can hardly get out of bed, don't want to do nothing, just sleep, sleep, sleep. And that has been all I have done. So, but she said it could be other things. My thyroid could be off again. And I think I do know I'm B12 deficient and probably maybe vitamin D deficient, but when I get my labs back, we'll know. My berry doctor said that I'll probably have to be on more than one vitamin B. But so I'm just not feeling the hottest, but I wanted to come on tonight. I missed you guys. Something terrible. And I didn't want to put this off anymore. I was supposed to come on last night and I put it off. So hopefully people show up, but I was scheduled for 9, so they may not. They may have to rewatch it later. Hi, Chris. I missed you coming in. Thank you. Thank you guys for checking up on me and all your messages and prayers. Sorry, that's my son. Yeah, I might not seem like I'm myself. I don't feel like I am. But this is a disturbing case for me, guys. Vanessa, Gwen, is it Gwen? Gwen. She went missing April 22nd. And then, her lawyer says it's confirmed that there was some sexual assault going on. She didn't want to report that. I totally understand that. Yes, Sabrina, I've been taking my vitamins. There's days I forget, but I do. Um, um, well, first of all, I want to get to the point where her superior said that, that day they last seen her in the parking lot, but also that everyone was accounted for that day. But then he admitted later that he was wrong. Everybody wasn't accounted for, meaning she wasn't accounted for. So that is a very important factor. I linked a lot. Hey, Lake. I linked a ton of YouTubes that I thought were informational, some news articles, some news interviews. Some are disturbing. I don't see Otto here, but when we were talking about it, I think in Crimes one night, maybe it was mine, I can't remember, but I've discovered that, Lord and Arts, the excellent channel, and I always go to his when somebody asks me to look at a case. I always go to his channel to see if he's discussed it, and he did. Fort Hood doesn't have a very good history. They're pretty sketchy, pretty shady. A lot of things have went on there. Otto mentioned that the other night when we were talking. And then since this has happened, I think it's 11 days ago now, they found another soldier that went missing last August. And they put him down as AWOL. Which I know that's kind of jumping into that case, but it kind of intertwines here because they find him, during this time. And I, like many of the other YouTubers, don't believe he went AWOL. He had a month before he was going to be released. But, let's see. Anyway, she's missing. They say they seen her last in the parking lot. And I'm hearing kind of iffy stories. I mean, I'm hearing a lot that they have no cameras. Then I'm hearing they have very few cameras. But thanks, Hub. Then I'm just thinking, this is the largest army base we have. Why aren't there cameras everywhere? Okay, Sabrina. No cameras. I mean, we know one of two things. We know she's either, God forbid, not with us any longer, or two, her mom got an anonymous tip that, I heard two tips she got. One, that someone took her, another sergeant called her. He couldn't give his name. He wanted to stay anonymous for his protection, and that they've got her in the underground tunnels. There's some trafficking going on in the underground tunnels. This isn't hard for me to believe. It's not none whatsoever. And then I think I watched something yesterday, and I'm sure I linked it, that someone in a white truck took her. Either way, whichever way we go, it was to shut her up. And since they have came out with this Facebook page with Vanessa, many other women have come forward and said what happened to them. And I can understand her not wanting to come forward and report because of retaliation. Because if you're on an army base, you're somewhat stuck there. And of course, during the corona, they only had one way in and one way out. Wow, why is that so little? Why is that showing up so little? That's weird. Does that show up little to you guys when I put that on the screen? I heard last on camera was a week before she went missing. That's Lake's comment. That's showing up really tiny to me. Is that showing up tiny to you guys? Crime. I heard that, but I'm not finding that anywhere. Nick contacted me. I had already logged out of yours, and Nick contacted me right away. I about had a heart attack, but then I've researched and I don't see that. The latest update I found, I sent back to Nick, and it was just it was another update, but nothing about her being found. Are you sure you're talking about hers? Do we think it's Vanessa though? I didn't see anything related to hers. I went right to. Can somebody send me that so we can watch it right now? Okay. Oh, I can't click on it though. Darn it. Why is this showing up so tiny for me? Does that look normal to you guys like it does in everywhere else? Can you send it to me via Messenger, Crime? Because I can't click on it in here for some reason. StreamYard has its pros, but it sure does have its cons too. You know, missing Fort Hood shoulder text. Why does that show up for me when I was looking? I know Nick contacted me because I had already logged out because I was leaving and driving, so I couldn't. Remember when I told you guys I was driving home from the dock? And so Nick contacted me and said I couldn't find anything. So I was like, oh, I hope that, oh, I need to get to my Messenger, Crime. I'm sorry. And then I was like, oh, I hope maybe it was something else. Oh, Crime. It won't let me do that either in here, Crime. Let me see if it will. No, it won't. Tiny. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. It says page not found. Okay, wait, what's this? This is something else, though, that's on that page. Human remains found during search for missing Fort Hood. Okay. Okay, hold on. We'll watch this together. Guys. I feel like I'm brand new on this. You feel like that, YouTubers, when you've not been on for a while? I couldn't find this earlier, Crime. I don't know what you got going on, girl. It's that I don't have, but you guys see and hear that?
Vertical in the sky.
I just spoke moments ago with Texas EquiSearch founder Tim Miller. He said, quote, "The search for Vanessa is now over," end quote. He described this disturbing discovery as a shallow grave near where they found evidence in the Leon River in Bell County last week. Now, 20-year-old Vanessa Guillen went missing on April 22nd at Fort Hood. Last week, investigators said foul play was suspected. It was tied to her disappearance. For weeks, Texas EquiSearch, along with Army investigators, they've been on the ground looking for any clues of this missing soldier. The Criminal Investigation Command released a statement to Eyewitness News just within the past 30 minutes saying, quote, "No confirmation as to the identity of the remains has been made at this point, and we ask for the media and public's understanding that the identification process can take time. Due to the ongoing criminal investigation, no further information will be released at this time. End quote. Of course, it's going to be up to the medical examiner to determine who those remains belong to. But earlier today, as we were looking into this story, once again, I asked Army investigators whether or not they had a person of interest tied to Vanessa's case. So far, no response, but certainly with what's happening there in Central Texas, the questions continue to mount this afternoon.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Babs. Okay, wait a minute. I'm confused. So the search is over, but they can't confirm that it's her? So what? I'm at a loss for words, guys. Hi, Sharon. Anybody that I've missed coming in. So we've just found out that it may be Vanessa. They're not sure, but they've ended search. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a terrible thing. Hi, Junie. Now, real quick, crime, what am I doing? What's going on here with the, you know what I don't get? Crime is way smarter than me. I don't mean that. I know that came out wrong. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Crime came out wrong. My mind is not functioning right, you guys, because I have a super bad UTI, and if anybody knows anything about those, they cause confusion and tiredness, and just they take everything out of you. And so that didn't come out crime, but what am I doing wrong here? I'm trying to get the comments to show up over here, and they're showing up real dinky. And crime, you just tried to tell me what I was doing wrong. If I shrink StreamYard and open a new tab, oh, okay, I did that. But why are the comments coming up small? See? Hold on a minute. I can still enter it again. Let me see. I'm on there twice. Let's see, it's still doing it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's wrong with my comments. Maybe it has something to do with my... Oh, I know what it is. I know. I'll have to fix it later. It's, I know what I did. It's in my settings. It's, I made my, see where my name is? I wanted that to be smaller. So I set that smaller. That's why the comments are. So I'll have to fix that later. I could do it now, but I don't want to disturb the chat. You know what I mean? I know what I did wrong. As long as you guys can see the comments when I put them up there. I'm so brokenhearted right now, you guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm so brokenhearted. I thought someone had her, which would be an awful, awful thing. For that to be the case too, but at least there would have been hope that we'd found her. Oh, this is awful. Oh, man. Well, one thing we can hope for is that at least I think and hope and pray we do know that she was being sexually assaulted. There were other girls being sexually assaulted, and that people will come forward. Someone has anonymously come forward to the mother, and hopefully the truth will come out. And that base, her mother is, excuse my language, but she is hot ass, firing ass mad, and she's not stopping. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't think she will either. And I hope that base does get shut down. No, thank you, Crime, for coming in, because I searched, I looked and I didn't see anything. And Nick couldn't find it either. I'm glad that you, because I mean, I'm not glad that the outcome, but I'm glad that we have the this is so sad for her family. When her sister and her mom, I couldn't bear to watch those videos without bawling my eyes out. Right, Crime, right. I mean, they've gotten the Congress involved. They were the last update I saw. That was the update. That was it. When I went to look, that was the latest update, is that they were headed to the White House. And maybe that's why, because they found that, but it didn't say anything about her remains or their remains, which they're not certain, but it sounds to me like they are. Oh, yes. It sounds like a cover up. Oh, we know you are, Crime. I know you all help. You all help because you all do your research and you all add in, and Chris has a good point. And and that could very well be. That could very well be. That's why I was saying, how could they say the search is over and then in the same sentence or paragraph say they have not confirmed that it's her? Right, Nick. It's very confusing. Before we go further, too, guys, I wanted to tell you, and I apologize ahead of time. I'm not going to come on tomorrow night. I want to give the time for these antibiotics to work. Hopefully, they are the right ones. And then also, I haven't had time to research the Stephen Avery case that Otto wants to do. No, I've had time. We know that, but all I've done is sleep. I remember watching that a few years back or whenever it first come out or whatever, but I didn't watch all of it. So then I'll be back on Thursday for that, to do the Stephen Avery. And hopefully maybe we'll know something on this too. He was in tears too, Tim from EquiSearch. Yeah. Junie. Texas Maid, welcome. I really hope they interrogate the hell out of that sergeant and everyone she worked with. I live 10 minutes from Fort Hood. I hope they do too. Okay, crime, thank you. I'm sure there'll be some updates. I hope there are good one. I hope we have some good news. My heart is just breaking for that family right now. I just can't hardly watch the videos of her family. It's heartbreaking. Her little sister, her mama. I'm telling you what, they better watch out for her mama, and I don't blame her. I would be acting the same way. Oh, you're in Iraq right now, Texas Maid? Well, be safe. Oh, speaking of guys, I talked to Pam Baker, and her granddaughter did not join the military. And that's the first thing I thought. I was just thinking of that yesterday when I was watching these news updates. And when I talked to Pam, I asked her if her granddaughter went on. She said no, no. She said I did not want her to. And this is before this case even came up. But yeah, her daughter did not. Granddaughter, I mean. Where the other remains was found. Okay. Thank you, Texas. Yes, thank you very much, Texas. Thank you for your service. Vanessa's Chris. Well, wait a minute. What possessions? Okay, I missed this. Because I thought she didn't take her, I thought she left everything behind. Okay, like, hi, early riser. Hi, Rosie. Yes, I started early. I've just been, I've been down, and I'm not feeling good. So I wanted to come on, and I didn't know if I'd make it for sure. So I wanted to get on here while I could. I missed you guys all so much, and I wanted to talk about this, and then I'm glad you guys noticed I came on early. I was afraid you guys wouldn't. So, yeah, we don't know if this is bad news or not because they're not confirming it's her or not. We're gonna try to stay positive, like Chris says. It might be someone else, which it's still sad for someone else's family, but this case is just so disturbing. Ah, thank you, Riser. I sure don't feel that way right now. I'm in my she shed just because it's nice and quiet out here. But as you can tell, it needs work. It's just, it needs a lot of decor. It's not insulated, which I don't care about that. It's mine though. Oh, that's so sweet, Riser. Well, we love it when you hang with us. Oh, Chris, I subscribed to Cece's channel, and then she commented that she subscribed to mine. Are we sure it's the same Cece? It doesn't matter. I like her channel, but I just know I love Cece from Hoosier's channel. She's just the sweetest lady. Thanks, Crime. I just got it back when we moved here. When we lived in Camden, my husband hogged it up with all his stuff. But when we moved here, there was already a shed. So I said, you get this one. I get mine back. He said, okay, hon. I feel bad too because my grandson, my oldest grandson's been here and I've been down. And so I feel bad. I mean, he don't act like he cares. He's been watching his favorite show and talking to his friends and what he thinks is a girlfriend. I said, boy, you don't need a girlfriend. You'll go through so many girlfriends and broken hearts by the time you find your love. And Tim Miller's the guy that was talking, right, Chris, with EquiSearch, and he is very dedicated, right? He was the one that was crying, right? He made me cry. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. You know you got you Nico says, and I'm sorry that the comments are so small, guys. I did that. I messed with my settings. You know what? One of these days you guys are gonna be shocked. I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna know my stuff. I'm gonna have, you know what, I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna knock you guys off your chairs. Anyway, I messed with my settings, so my comments are small. Nico says, we got a good group at Riser. We do. We have a good group. When I'm not feeling good or something's going on in my life, I got these guys are checking on me, sending me emails, messages. Some of them that know my numbers calling me and checking on me, and you know, and we do. And then we got a good group of YouTubers. And speaking of, by the way, the first thing I wanted to say when I came on here, and I'm going to say it now, I want us to lift up Incognito in prayers. She's on vacation, so I want to pray that she gets there, gets back safe, has a good time. Those of us that was there in her chat, was it Saturday? She had some real not so nice. I could use some other words, but I'm going to choose not to come in there and try to ruin her chat Saturday night, and for no good reason, and give her a hard time. And she's got a good thing going. She really does. She has a heart for justice, just like all you guys do. And um, you know, these trolls. Well, you know, I don't even want to use that word anymore. I want to say vipers. Um, that's what they do. They want to try to run these good YouTubers off. And I just want, let's just lift Incognito up, okay? She's a good woman. And everything she does it from her heart. and she looks at everybody from her heart. She doesn't deserve what's been happening to her. So let's just pray for her, okay? She's a very sweet person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And early riser, I know you were worried about doing a good job again. You did a great job both times, and you're a sweet person. Hope you know that. So, well, Junie, I think that might have had something to do with it. I think. I'm not sure though, but that was one reason I wanted to lift her up in prayers. And I don't want her to leave YouTube, later down the road, even after Delphi, because she does have a heart for justice and she does good on cold cases. And I mean, individually, it's her choice, but she does a good job. So we just need to pray for her. But this week, I just hope she can take a breather and have a good time with her family and be safe. Yeah. I don't really want to use the word trolls because my good buddy Ron, I can talk about him when it's not involving personal stuff. That's all he requests is don't bother me with all that stuff. He said, "What's a troll?" I thought a troll was one of them things under the bridge. I think I said that one night too. Yeah, she thinks outside the box, and that's what we all got to do. I think when we look in these cases, we got to look at all angles, and I am trying to be very hopeful that Vanessa is still alive. And I don't know if you guys have watched any of the things I've linked or not, but even if you've watched just Kendall Ray hasn't done anything yet. But I think Unmasked, I think I've got hers linked. And then Savannah, and then there's a Melissa. They talk about this church that's not really a church, that's pretty creepy and scary. And I linked that church actually. I linked the website to that. But a lot of these YouTubes that I have linked has a lot of sources to it, to their YouTubes. I think Lord Nart spoke of a lot of stuff. Um, I I love his channel. Um, and so when you guys ask me to look at this case or that case, I always go to his channel and see if he spoke on it. And most of the time he has. Or sometimes if he hasn't, either he's just bogged down, which he probably is, or I just can't find it on his channel. I'm looking up here through comments now. I know, Rosie. I know. That's what I'm worried about. Because she's I think she may gone. I think they might have known she was going to say something. I think she might have confided in somebody and it got back to somebody. I know Texas, if you're still here, um, I'm going to put your comment up there. Texas said, yeah, this is totally embarrassing to the Army and Fort Hood. I can't believe something like this happened. Shaking my head and being in my city. My dad retired out of Fort Hood back in 81. Well, I guess my response to that is we're just finding out more and more things about, more surprising things. And it is embarrassing for the Army. It's probably, for you, Texas, you are in the Army serving your country and you're thinking to yourself, wow, you know, and then the people that are in Fort Hood that are not involved in anything like this, that are there doing good, but yet, are people going to look on everybody there at Fort Hood bad? I mean, like they are right now, some of the LE officers. And I mean, we could, you know what I mean? We could go south right now with that if we wanted to. But I see what you're saying, Texas. It's sad. True, Christine. It goes high up. Junie says, uh-oh, here we go. Yes, Riser. I like that comment. And that's what I'm hoping. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, Wombat. Yeah, I said, I really need a cup of coffee. And my husband said, well, do you think you should drink coffee right now with that UTI? I said, I know. I'm drinking cranberry juice, you guys. I asked my husband to get me cran grape, however you say that. He got me straight cranberry, which I can drink that too, but I like grape cran better. But Sharon says, thank you, Wombat. Cream and 1 sugar, please. Well, I mean, I don't know how much you guys have paid attention to the Facebook page. I linked that. I think that was the first thing I linked. And I said must read because it really blew my mind of how many people went through the sexual harassment or assault. And then they thought they could trust one person, but then even that person didn't help them. It was like, wow, so sad. And I remember, and I know it's just TV, but even in one of the news interviews I watched, they brought it up. I was like, what? Law and Order. I love that show. That's one of my favorite shows. And they had an episode of this. Um, I don't think it was Fort Hood, but they had an episode of sexual assault in the military. And that is what I thought about when I first heard about this, but they brought that up in one of the interviews. Too much evil in the world. I had fun on Bruiser's Name That Tune last night. Oh, I missed it, Lake. I've been missing a lot. I mean, I might pop into Crimes just to let her know and you guys know. Hi, Ten. Like I was supposed to be on last night and I wasn't going to be able to. So, and I knew most of you guys or some of you guys would be in there, and then, Crime could pass it along. Other than that, I mean, I have just been wiped out. But you know what? I used to love it when Hoosier did that, even though I didn't know I didn't know anything that he was putting out there. Maybe once or one or two, baby, and then everybody in there was so fast I couldn't get it. But it was fun. But you're right, Lake. There's just so much evil in the world, and it's sad. I I'm at a loss for words, guys. I don't know what to say. All we can do is hope and pray that it's not her, and that she's I can't even say what I'm thinking right now. I mean, I can't pull it together. I can't get my thoughts out. Cher has been. Oh wait, I thought I saw her. No, I didn't see her today, did I? On Crimes when I popped in. I mainly popped in Crimes today just to let you guys know I was coming on. I could have sworn I saw her though. No, she didn't run away. I guess I'm confused though. They said that she left everything behind, but they couldn't find her cell phone. And then today I seen a couple of you say her possessions were found by the remains. Is that true? If Texas is still in here, though, I want to thank him again for updating us. Because if they found her possessions with her remains, then that's kind of fishy. Unless I'm confused. But yeah, I don't think she ran away either. Unless she tried to make a quick run and somebody stopped her and grabbed her and then knew what, you know what I mean, and then things went south. That's the only way I think she would have been trying to run. But her cell phone they can't find. They can't ping it, right? That's what I'm hearing. So that means it's more than likely been destroyed. I thought Chris G and somebody else said that. I might be mistaken though. I'm going to take Lake's comment off of here. I thought a couple different people said it, Riser. I don't know if it was Texas, but I thought I saw that, and then that just confused me because they were saying everything was left behind in her in the armory room. The other thing that's so suspicious is it wasn't her regular work day, but she was called in to work. See, that really gets me too. Oh, wonderful, 10. Wonderful. Hallelujah. You have been through it. How about you, Sharon? How have you been feeling? So, I guess I should have done this myself, but has anybody else checked around? What about the other Army bases? Cameras. I just know I'm every YouTube that I watched, Lord and Arts, I mean, every one of them said, this is our largest Army base in the world, and there's no cameras. And then I heard one or two say there's very few cameras. Yeah, I got that, Chris. And then I watched that on Crime, and then I think I watched a little bit on CC's too. No, they just started looking for her after was it after the congresswoman got involved? Well, because I didn't even know about it until, well, Chris brought it up, but I mean, I haven't seen it on the news or anything. I'm subscribed to a couple news channels on YouTube, and I haven't seen anything about it until, is that why? Well, Chris, I think he said, and he was being pretty tight-lipped about it. He said At least in the interview I saw, he said tips, and then they were trying to draw it out of him. They were trying to draw out of him what um, and where he got, and he wouldn't come clean about it. He was trying to be really quiet about it. July 30th. Okay, Sharon. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. See, I was supposed to go to my pain doctor today, and I rescheduled it just because I felt like crud. They're like, well, okay, be sure to, because they're starting in visit offices today. And they're like, well, you're going to have to make your medicine stretch then, you can't, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, don't got to worry about that. Yeah, her family had to throw a fit. Hey, man, I'm telling you what, that would be me too. I would be acting the same way if that was my child. Yes, I would. Exactly. Exactly, Babs. I don't understand. The search is over, they say. In the same sentence, they cannot confirm. So I bet their mom's throwing a fit right now. Then I would be. I'd be, if you can't confirm, then keep on looking. But my question is, they still haven't looked on the base, right? Because that's what the mom wants. Yeah, what's MOS mean, Christine? You got to talk. Military occupational skill. What did she do in the Army? Um, she was a repairer. Uh, wouldn't she go in the armory room and get things, guys? She was a repairer of some sort. Right, Riser? I think they said she was some type of a repairer. Um, yeah, Sharon, 2 months and in that Texas heat. Probably, Wombat. You would think, Sabrina, but that's what the mom was upset about. She kept saying she wants them to look on the base. Called in to do inventory. Yeah, 10. Parts, supplies. Yeah, Rosie. I think you're getting close. Something like that. Something. My husband got me this great big old cup of ice. that speaker for the Army that they showed too. And it might just be me, just because of the situation, but he doesn't sit well with me. But that doesn't mean anything. Really, Nick? And they should have cameras everywhere for their own sake. I mean, for their own safety, and then they just should. Yeah, Wombat. And then I just want to say something real quick. I don't, this virus stuff, I don't know what to believe, what not, what to believe, but I did hear yesterday that North Carolina is really on the rise with it. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is true, Nico, then, which you're in my prayers anyways, all of you are, but just be safe. That's what I'm saying, Sabrina, and this is supposed to be the largest we have. And you would think, Junie, wait, who said that? No, Christine. You would think it doesn't look good for them not opening it up. Just saying, free for all. Come in, do what you have to do. It doesn't look good. Florida's on the rise. Well, and I don't doubt that. You guys need to stay safe. I don't doubt that. I mean, crime, I remember when you said all those people were going to be there for that rocket thing. I got worried then. You don't have to thank me, Nico. Well, they're not talking about delaying it here, I don't think, yet, but who knows? I mean, they change their minds about things every day, but it worries me, I guess, if they don't. And then they were talking about making the kids wear masks, and that worries me because it's like, how are you going to make the kids sit there all day long for 8 hours and wear masks? And there's so many kids. I mean, I have 2 grandsons, one especially that has asthma super bad. I don't know how they're going to do this, guys. I don't know. I mean, either way, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for the kids, or it's going to be difficult for the parents again. Yeah, Junie. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking. That's what I mean about for the parents, riser. The ones that work. It's difficult. Crime will zoom again. Crime's a teacher. Sabrina's paraprofessional, like a teacher's assistant, and she works with kids like crime does, the same type of kids. Florida, Arizona, North Carolina, Texas. Well, I try not to watch the news. I really do, because, man, it just bogs me down. I mean, there's not anything good on there. I mean, the only time I watch if I'm researching for cases, But then you still get flash, you know what I mean? But I try not to watch it. It's evil. Oh, that's what it was. I heard, Nick, that they were going to shut down North Carolina. That's what it was. I heard. I thought, oh no, does that mean Nick won't be able to leave to come to our roundtable thing? Or as Otto said, can it be rectangle? Where is Otto? They closed bars again. Yeah, I saw that. We are in phase 4. So I asked somebody, because I wasn't paying attention, were we in 5, bestie, and then they moved us back to 4 or 10? Or did we just get to 4? I don't know. And then you got kids just starting school, for their first time too. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, so they probably need to start school, because if they don't, how's that going to go? I mean, like my little grandson, I mean, neither one of their parents can homeschool them. They're working. Or are they going to be a grade behind I don't know. This is just a mess. Right, Sabrina. Vanessa was a very smart girl. She graduated the top 15% of her class. It was her dream to go to the military since she was 10 years old. Her mom didn't want her to go. Her mom thought she was just saying that, though. She didn't take her serious when she was a little girl. She just thought it would pass. But she really wanted to go. You've got to be proud of these young men and women that want to fight for their country, but nowadays, what are they really fighting for, And I mean that. If you guys understand what I mean and how I say that. I hope you understand what I mean when I say that. Then I'm telling you what, if one of my grandkids wanted to go to the military, I would do everything to talk them out of it and their parents out of it. I really would. Really, Nick? I did see where they are trying to mandate that everywhere. If we walk out our door, we have to wear a mask. That better not be my husband starting a lawnmower. Seems like he mows every day. Or somebody's mowing around here. Every day. It's like keeping up with the Jones or something. Yeah, my mom can't wear a mask because of all her breathing problems. Wow, Sabrina. Nick says, I will sneak out. Really, Nico? Wow. Well, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that haven't. I didn't think I was ever going to. Is it like, I'm not a big casino person. Wow, really? Yeah, Sabrina. Private first class of 3rd Cavalry. Yeah, I do too, Chris. I think so too. I think I remember hearing that. Crime. Well, might be. You're right, Wombat. A whole lot doesn't. And that's why I just don't. That's why I just don't try to watch a lot because it just causes more confusion than anything. Because one day they're saying this, and next they're saying that. I mean, hi, Angel Bear. In Tennessee, it's mandatory. Well, they're trying to make it mandatory everywhere. Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all saw that thing floating around on Facebook, but it is for real. And I'm not trying to be one of these weirdos. I probably didn't share it on Facebook because I don't really like to get involved in all the political stuff or all that because it just brings drama. Once in a while, though, those of you that are on my Facebook, if you see me post something, it's because I'm at my tipping point or I see something and it's just really, you know, I am making a statement that I believe needs made. But I saw it last week. Well, it had something to do with TikTok or something, I guess, but no, really. Something about tracking you on your phone by COVID measures. Like if you go into your settings in the search bar and search COVID, it'll pop up. You want to make sure that's off, but it is real. Whether you're on the iPhone or Android, it's on there. Hold on, I gotta find it. I think it's under General. Now watch it make a liar out of me. No. See, can you see this? Wait a minute. See where it says search up there? This is under settings on an iPhone. Now I'm going to type in COVID. Now do you see what it says? COVID-19 exposure notifications, privacy, health. Now wait a minute. Okay. And then if you click on it, you want to make sure it says off, not on, because it shares your data and stuff with other people and IDs. Yeah. Because I saw this, my uncle shared it. And my uncle doesn't share anything really without, I mean, he researches and researches and researches and researches it before he shares it. Because, and like if I share something, he'll research it, and then if it's not, he'll comment on there and he'll say blah 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 if it's not. I mean, he's just like that. And plus a friend of mine had shared it. So when she did, I went into my phone and I was like, oh, for real? So you guys want to check your phone and make sure that's off. Yeah, go in your settings. It's on Android and iPhone. Right, don't activate it. It's just another way people, they want, because people put things out on Facebook and stuff just to get you paranoid that's not really true, but that's real. Yes, under privacy settings. I've been praying for you, Angel Bear, and for your dad. Who was it the other night? Um, who was it the other night that asked for? Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm sorry. It wasn't in here. It was. I'm sorry. He is stopping chemo, not really working. Yeah. Well, that chemo can be hard on you, and sometimes it can be worse than the cancer. That's what I was going to say, but actually it was our church group online. Somebody asked for prayer for just a little boy got cancer, and they're going through so much treatment and everything, and it's just so sad. Cancer is just an evil thing too. Oh, that's good, Angel Bear. Oh, hey West. Just for 5 minutes. Well, I found out what's wrong with me, West. I have a UTI. I went to the doctor today, and they did lab work. I won't have all my labs back, but they were able to do that, the quickie. Which I should have known that because I'm UTI prone, and I used to get UTIs all the time. But the thing is I haven't had one for so long. So it's been so long since I felt like this. But they're going to do a deeper test with the culture and stuff to make sure they gave me the right antibiotics. But they did say it could be my thyroid, it could be this, it could be that. I do know that I'm more than likely B12 deficient, and I'll probably need more than just the one shot a month. I could be vitamin D deficient. But most likely that's what's going on with me is a UTI. But I wanted to come on tonight and talk about this case. It's so disturbing. I'm so brokenhearted over it, and I have missed all you guys so much. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. Crime is going to cover it if there's any new updates. I will be on Thursday. I'm going to do the Stephen Avery case. That was requested by Otto. I don't know where his little turkey butt is tonight. Probably fishing. I'm drinking cranberry juice. UTI is a urinary tract infection. I used to get those all the time. You can ask my bestie, which is Sabrina. I think I introduced her to you before. I used to get them all the time. And they finally said you're UTI prone. But I haven't had one in golly. And I haven't felt this way in a long time. I just can't. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I just felt like, I still do, like lifting an arm was the hugest deal. Like, all I want to do is sleep. Yes, Sabrina's has Randy. Oh man, I miss Randy. Randy was such a good guy. I didn't like him at first. Stupid. Then I loved him. He's such a good guy. Yes. My son married Sabrina and Randy too. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about just for a short minute. And I also, maybe, Sabrina is so shy, but maybe, because I talked a little bit to Nico the other night when Riser was on Incog's show. So maybe Sabrina will come on the platform. I did catch a little bit of Mel's show the other night, and then I dozed off. I saw 2 comments by two different people, and I think those were the best comments. One was from Chris. No, I'm sorry. One was from Nico, and one was from Kanga or Barry. And they both were pretty much the same. And I think they said something to the effect of, I don't have a religion. I just believe in God. That's what Nick said. I just believe in God. Barry said, I just pray to God. And I think those were the most amazing comments. And hold on a minute. I'm reading your comment, Wes. That was me too, for a few weeks or month, but for a different reason. Blood work solved it. Okay, Wes. And then Incognito said when she had Riser on her channel that she thought any religion can, she might have worded it different, but I think she meant can make themselves bad, depending on how they teach or what they do. And then I had commented that I grew up in a very legalistic church, and Sabrina and I both did. And I know I'm going off topic here, but it just popped in my head, and you know me with my ADD, I got to get it out or I'll forget. And that can really do something to some people. Some people, it can really damage them and make them never, ever want to step foot in a church again or have anything to do with God again. But thankfully, I did go. My mom, because something happened in that church, my mom, and not Sabrina's mom, but Sabrina and her sisters did quit going. But my mom and my friend's mom, because of a situation and what the pastor had said, pulled us out of church. And we were 14 at the time. So I did stay out of church for a long time. And then I started going back to church. And then, believe it or not, I started going back to that church. They were still quite legalistic and preaching their convictions, not Jesus's teachings, but their convictions, which a lot of preachers do. But thankfully, I left there and found, a loving church and loving. But I think what Nico said, and I think it was Barry. And I think the point is it really doesn't matter, because early riser was LDS. But I do know personally some Mormon people, but they're not, they don't believe to the extreme that, like, some of the things Riser said. I know some Pentecostals, like Chris said, he's Pentecostal. You have some Pentecostals that are extremists, but not all are. There's Baptists that are extremists, but not all. The main point is that there is God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and Because I think when we all get to heaven, we're going to see a whole lot of people that we may not think would have been there, but they're going to be. And I think probably from every religion. I like to say faith, not religion. And this is just my opinion, guys, because the main thing is the main thing. And like Incognito also said, is we shouldn't bash another religion for their belief. But I just wanted to opinionate on that. I think what Nick said and what Barry said was the most amazing thing I've seen through all of this. And then I saw, I heard Riser say, well, I don't understand everything. I often hear that. I often say that. And I don't know that we have to. I think it's okay that we don't understand everything. In just my own opinion for myself, as long as I believe. I think that's just the most important thing. And again, as I always want to say, I'm not trying to push my belief on anybody. You hurt your back, West? I'm sorry. Angel Bear, you know my church story. Google people and what they believe. I know Mormons. They don't believe that. Some don't, Angel Bear, but like I was saying, I know some Mormons, and they do believe, you know, I mean, they don't believe like, for instance, I'm just going to say they believe like me and you, because we've had long talks, Angel Bear. But that's what my point was. When somebody hears Mormon, they're like, oh my gosh, Latter-day Saints. And but not all are like Lori and Chad Daybell, or as a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever heard of Latter-day Saints. You know, I think they went to extreme. But, and then when people hear Pentecostals, they're like, oh my goodness, snakes and tongues and all that. But I don't know that all, I guess we could say probably the majority do the tongues, but, you know, and then you hear Southern Baptist, then you start thinking snakes and tongues and all that, but then not always. I'm just saying, when we hear a certain faith, we automatically get an opinion in our minds of how they are. But maybe we shouldn't, because not everyone of that faith is always like that. Did I get that out right? But I know I went way off topic, guys. But like I said, you guys know me by now. I'm ADD. If I don't get it out, I'll forget. That's the only reason I did. But like I said, maybe one night, um, Yes, please keep Angel Bear's dad in your prayers, guys. But maybe one night, because Sabrina is somewhat shy. She may not act in here in the chat, because, behind the. But like I said, I was talking to Nico, kind of just a real short, but I can have her on the platform one night and we can tell y'all our experience that we went through with legalism in the church. Thanks, West. Have I told you I love your picture? I know I have, but I wanted to tell you again. Right, Chris, that's what I'm trying to say. There's extremists in every religion, but there's also not in every religion. Have I told you about Oliver lately? He's ornery. He's smart and he's ornery. He is like a toddler. He's spoiled. He is pick me up. And then, when you put a baby down, then they cry. And then you pick them up and then they stop. He's ornery. He's a turkey. Yes, West. He's ornery. You know what, you guys? I feel better since I've been able to talk to you guys. It does this body good. I felt awful the other day. Was it Sunday? I didn't get up. I didn't even go to church. Well, I did get up and I got ready for church. And then I was sitting there at the table. I had my coffee and then I just looked at my husband and I said, I got to go back to bed. I'm not going to be able to go to church. And so he went on and I didn't go. And I just slept the whole freaking day away. I think I got up at like 4 or something. I hopped on Crime's channel and said something. No, I was on Hoosiers and I was falling asleep on his channel. I'm like, I gotta get off here, you guys. I gotta go back to bed. And I felt so bad. And my grandson was here, my oldest one. And then I got up a few hours later and he's like, you finally get up, did you? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, Bubs. The grandma don't feel good. Thank you, Wombat. I hope I start feeling better. Yeah, in my attic, Wes. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? It's my she shed. It needs a lot of work. I needed a lot of decoration going on. I'm still not unpacked. I've lived here for going almost a year. I got so many boxes to unpack and I still got so much junk in here. Well, not my junk, my husband's junk. No riser, but I should get me some. It's nice and peaceful out here, though. Hubs likes it too. He needs to get his junk out of here. That's my husband, West. No, it's really not, West. Not that long at all. I keep saying I'm going to go through this, go through that. I never get it done. I know, Angel Bear. It's in here. I need to get, if I put my green screen up, then I can do all that. I need to get it flat though. I think Sharon said I dampen it and put it in the dryer. It will. Because I don't iron. I'm a redneck when it comes to that. I don't iron. Chris Oliver he's ornery. And he's mean to his big sister Rosie. And Rosie's scared of him. So she lets him be mean. No, because hubby has an air conditioner in the window. I'm actually kind of chilly right now. Yeah, I have AC. No toasting in the background. What, Chris? I haven't talked to Radar. What's going on with Radar's mom? I can't believe that. I mean, she knows I haven't been feeling good though, so she's probably not been bothering me. Yeah, what's an iron? I better message her. Shoot, Christine, iron. Too much work for me, man. A washer and a dryer. Put them on a hanger. Good enough for me. Starch. Nope. Christine, what is this about? Why are people going around asking me and you are besties? I'm like, I don't know her. She just popped in the chats a couple months ago. I rewatch, if I miss a live or something, I rewatch it and I see people saying, so you and Ange are besties? And somebody asked Radar if we were besties. Oh, good night, early riser. Where do we go tonight? Well, like I said, right now I feel better, Riser, because I've got to talk to all you guys. I hope I start feeling better. You know, antibiotics, they say usually 24 or 48 hours you start feeling better. So I will be back Thursday. Crime's going to cover tomorrow night, and hopefully we have an update about Vanessa, but hopefully it's nothing real disturbing. But thank you, honey, and you have a good night, Riser. You're just such a sweetheart. Hoosier asked people what they thought of wearing a mask or not. Well, I think I'm the only one who expressed their hate of wearing a mask and all the reasons why. I only wear one if I have to. Well, West, I'm in the same category as you. I mean, you mean for Corona. Oh, if they take my thing down, guys, I'll see you Thursday. But you mean for the virus, right? I don't like it either. And because you're so cool. Actually, no. Well, Wes, several people have asked that. But Sharon said my brother-in-law even made my sister iron his jeans. It's not too early for me, crime. Yeah, I don't like wearing a mask either, Wes. And I know I said the word. Maybe they're not being so strict right now, I hope. Yeah, I've social distanced through this entire thing. Um, we had to wear a mask at church, and that was because, the guidelines through here, through but nope, I don't like the mask either. Oh, well, that's nice, Christine. Thank you. That's sweet. I mean, it's no big deal. I was just asking, wonder why people are saying that. Well, I think there's a lot of people who have tested positive for that really didn't have it, that had other underlying issues, but that's just my opinion. I'm no expert. But no, I hate the mask. I hate it. Although a very special person did make me some, and I have yet to go and get them, and not purposely. It's only because my life is just so incredibly busy. Yes, Wombat, that's so true. What you're saying to Angel Bear. 10. Judy, our dog groomer, says must wear a mask at her little shop. Had my cocker mix groomed today. Oh, we have to wear masks there now? I'm trying to remember when I had Oliver groomed because she said I should have him groomed every 8 weeks, but I don't think it's been that long. And he really looks in his face and ears. He kind of looks like yours, 10. Your little, your one doggy. Thank you, crime. West. And Chris is such a sweetheart too. I was talking about him actually to my mom today on the way home. I was like, I don't know how he keeps up with all these cases. West, you're funny. They are. Those masks are hot. And my grandson, the one that has asthma, he went to church with me that day. He had a heck of a time. And church only lasts an hour, if even an hour. I do too. Yeah, West. And those one masks, the the hospital masks, I don't think they protect either one. And that's just my opinion. But like I said, I'm no expert. Yes, Nick. Oh yeah, I won't take a flu shot no more either. Oh, Angel Bear. She didn't have one when I took Oliver either. I know, Nick. Chris would be awesome. Chris, no way. Something must have happened for her to do that then. Either somebody gave her heck or something. Well, I know when I was there, two people came and they both had their masks on. So maybe somebody started griping or something. Uh, I can probably go back in my messenger and because I sent Radar a picture of Oliver when I got him groomed. This is June. Yeah, I probably did. Well, I think you messaged me and said you had just gotten Honey groomed about the same time, so it was probably the end of April when I did. He's not grown out that much yet though, so he gets them darn nettles in him, and I don't know how in just the backyard, except for, he's so low to the ground. Yeah, true, West. I mean, I think the cloth masks might be somewhat okay. I mean, definitely better than those surgical ones. I got my own. Yeah, maybe. Grouchy. Really? Well, she should tell people when they make an appointment. Yeah, I do too, 10. Yeah, I gotta admit, these different masks are cute. I had tie-dye ones, but like I said, I've yet to go get them. Yeah, West. She'll cut his nails if you take him over there for $5. I don't know if she told you that or not, because my back charges 15. She didn't tell me. I wonder how much she'd charge for Rosie, my Labradoodle. My hubby does her, but we didn't know how to do all of her. But I don't know how Rosie would do either. Oh yeah, that microphone. Yeah, everybody's wanting me or getting me wanting to get headset now. Mel's talking about headset. Incognito uses headset. Hoosier sometimes uses headset. Because would that would block out noise for me? Would it block out the noise for y'all too if I was on a headset? That's true, West. How hot that would be though. Well, we better lift Cher up in prayers if we have not seen or heard from her for a while, guys. But I could have swore that I thought I just saw her. Okay, 10. I'm probably going to go here in a few minutes, though. I haven't ate, and I'm getting tired. Probably going to go to my bed. Okay, you saw her last night. Okay, well, somebody had mentioned they hadn't seen her, so I was worried. Okay. She probably just isn't here because I was scheduled. I probably should have sent her a link or a message telling her I was coming on early. I didn't think about it. Yes, because she can always use the prayers because, they push back the court dates, and that just means the longer it takes for them to go through, crime, they want you to go live after me. Hmm. There you go, Nico. She's not hard to talk into things. Oh, and I was also last night, I was laying in my bed and I was trying to find more stuff on Vanessa and stuff, and I don't know, because it was True Crime Daily or Crime Watch. They're the same thing. Um, you can't, West. Well, I told my hubby he got that one, so I get this one, the one that was already here. Um, I saw some videos on Casey Anthony that I hadn't seen before, interviews with her parents. They were very sad. Crime wants me to do that eventually too, because she lives right there close by. So when I do, she's going to do some filming. So I'm getting ready to sign off, but Crime's going to go live after me, guys. Sure, Rosie. We always somehow, that's, how Incognito says we always somehow end up talking about Delphi before we sign off. And that's okay. I don't mean that in a bad way to you, Rosie. I was thinking about that today. We do somehow, always. And that's okay, as long as we don't go deep, as long as it doesn't cause me problems. Good night, Junie. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. Have a good night. Okay, West. Thank you so much for coming. You have a good night. Good night, Sharon. Angels on your pillow. Right back at you, West. Welcome back, 10. Okay, so Rosie says, if Libby was a targeted hit, then they called a hit on BG. BG is gone. Then they called a hit on BG. Meaning, who called a hit on BG? Rosie. Good night, West. I can't do emojis in here. Well, wait a minute. Can I do a heart? Nope, it won't even let me do a heart. I don't know why. Oh, well, in the beginning, a lot of people thought that. Actually, in the beginning, I thought that too, because I'm like, if that was a theory, or if, I mean, I still believe, I still think they were targeted. And if that was the case, though, like if somebody hired, if it, if somebody would have, if that was the theory as far as somebody hiring him to do it, yeah, I thought that too in the beginning. A lot of people did because his face wasn't supposed to get out there. So, yeah, a lot of people thought, well, he's a dead man because they're not going to want him found and they're not going to want him talking. So, yeah, a lot of people thought that, Rosie, in the beginning. I'm sure a lot of people still do think that. And a lot of people do. I do see that come up. Maybe he's dead. But I don't know. Because I don't know. Everything and anything is possible. Oh, we got the sun here, 10, going down. Are you going to bed, 10? Oh, no, West is just saying goodnight to you because you said goodnight to her. I get confused. Only 9 a.m. Wombat. Cool. Example, Seth Rich leaked info in DC. MS-13 members were hired to kill him. Day later, the MS-13 were killed. Let me read that again. Seth Rich leaked info in Department of Corrections. MS-13 members were hired to kill him. Day later, MS-13 were killed. Is that name right, Rosie? Or is that last name supposed to be something else? And I'm asking for a real reason. Like, is the first name for real and the last name, you just used a different last name? Okay. But instead, the MS-13 member was killed. Seth Rich was Clinton's staffer who was killed in a robbery last. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, anything's possible. I mean, especially with, I mean, I anything's possible. I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, right now, I can honestly say I don't know because there's just so many twists, turns, just so much going on, not just in Carroll County, but everywhere. I mean, you know, I mean, like the case we're looking at right now. I mean, we could take it and pick it apart and think we have it figured out. And then in the end, what is it going to be? Hopefully she will come home and be able to tell us. But there's the only thing I can say, and that I believe with all my heart when it comes to Delphi, and I think I'm right on the money about it is going to shock the hell out of not only the community, but the entire nation. I think that's the only thing that I can probably say. Really, Angel Bear? What is it? Also, was there an interview on HLN today? I probably missed it. Or it's 9 o'clock now, so we probably missed it. Is it a refund run or a new one, Angel Bear? Somebody said there was an interview today on HLN too. Okay, Crime. Will you keep the video up for a little bit before you take it down? Because I'm going to eat real quick. Okay, good night, Sabrina. Love you too. Yeah, do you know what time, Angel Bear? She might be checking. Yes, Chris, I saw that. They have the ID app online, but it can be tricky sometimes. Oh, that's what it is. It's Down the Hill episode 2. Oh, okay, so it's a rerun. But it's on ID. Okay, good night, Christine. Thank you. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to sign off so you guys can hop on Crimes, and she's going to show the Nancy Grace one. And then she'll be covering tomorrow night for Vanessa. Hopefully, there'll be some news, good news. Let's keep that in our prayers. I hope she's found alive. I hope that's not her that murder tapes on the ID channel. Huh. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Like I said, I feel better just because I got to see and talk to you guys. And so Thursday, we're going to do this Stephen Avery case. Wish me luck, because looks like there's a lot that I got to catch up on that one. We might have to do a double dozer on that. That's requested by Otto, so his little turkey butt better show up. So, thank you, Angel Bear. It was nice having you here. Thank you all for coming. You guys all have a good night. Have fun at Crimes Chat. She's probably over there getting ready. No, she's still here. Okay. Please, Crime, leave that up for me. I'm going to go eat and stuff, but I want to, because I have not seen that Nancy Grace episode yet. But thank you guys for all your well wishes and comments and messages and calls. And I love you guys so much. Hope that didn't sound like somebody else kind of did when I said it. But anyway, I meant it. I do love you guys. You guys are the greatest. So you guys have a good night. Have a good chat with Crime. I'll try to pop in after I eat. If I do not see you over there, I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty. Okay. Sweet dreams. Have a great day tomorrow, too. All right. Good night, guys.